everybody, it's Professor Parish. How are you? And welcome to English 109. So I'm down here in the corner, waving my hand. But I am excited to have you all as students this semester. My name is Professor Parish, and I'm going to be teaching 109 with you all for the next 8 weeks, which is pretty exciting. So I wanted to basically do this introduction video to talk about week 1 in the class, as well as go over basically how to find everything, go over the syllabus, and go over some instructor information. So this video may be longer than we normally do for our opening weeks in the course. So first things first, if you've gotten on the class, I would always go to the home page. Like this home page right here, it's going to show you all of the modules that you can look at week to week. Now you'll notice week 1 and 2 is open for you all, but then week 3 is going to probably be locked until next week. So I try to do everything like a week ahead of time. Like I'll give you a week ahead to work ahead if you want to, but I don't want to get too much stuff open because then people start to get confused. So now if you think that you'll be gone somewhere and you want me to open up next week, just let me know through email. But basically, let's go here this first thing. These 3 links here are on instructor and course information, which is just stuff about the class. So let's click on the instructor and course information. So basically, I'll have a link to this lecture video right here, but this is basically talking to you about English 109. This is a class to prep you for 121 with the writing skills and kind of honing in on your own craft and grammar and structure for the essay. And my contact information is right here. Right now, as of here, my office is E132. My office hours may change, so just be sure to double check this before you get a hold of me to schedule an appointment. As of right now, I am on campus usually Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 to 4:30, but I may be out at a high school or I may be at a speech team meeting or something like that. I help coach the speech team on campus, so I may be doing something else. So feel free to reach out to me through email. My email address is right there if you want to schedule an appointment to talk about the class. I'm happy to meet with you, but also I can answer questions over email. There are no dumb questions, so anything you have to ask about the class, just let me know, and I usually get back within a day with you. If it's during the day and I'm at work, it'll be within a few hours. But if it's like at night, it may be the next day. And on the weekend, I don't check my email a lot on the weekend. So if you email me on a Saturday, it may be Sunday night or Monday before I get back to you. But this is my contact info here. And so I'm going to go back to the homepage. And then let's talk about the syllabus. So the syllabus, if you click on here, it's going to open it up for you. And here's kind of how the class is broke down. Now, I'm not going to read all of these goals and everything, but the primary focus of this class is to prepare you for English 121. So we're going to hone those writing skills, the development skills to create paragraphs, essays. We're going to go over grammar. We're going to talk a little bit about MLA, but not too much because you'll spend more time with that in English 121. But this is basically to just help you be proficient in writing at the college level, right? And you can kind of go through there. So we do this through a variety of different means. We do this through writing papers and essays, but we also do it through discussion forums and examining and doing textbook assignments as well as grammar reviews. So the textbook you should have is the 10th edition English Skills. It's the 2021 edition. It's brand spanking new. The bookstore at SIC has it that you can rent for free for the semester, so be sure to check that out. It's really easy to get at the bookstore. You just sign a rental form, you rent it, you take it back in December. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. But that is the edition that we'll be using. So as far as the class goes, the class is going to be worth 1,000 points, which seems like a lot, but it's really balanced between the assignments that we do in the class. So for example, most of our points are in the discussion forums. That's where a lot of our points take place. It's a big part of the grading that I'm going to be looking at. The grammar reviews and textbook activities are just things from our textbook that will be assigned. They're worth a lot of points. You will have a thesis and outline assignment that you'll do for each of your papers before you even start writing. Those all add up. And then you have the writing assignments themselves, the paper themselves that are 50 points each. You'll have a midterm and a final exam. So you can see on here that everything is pretty balanced. I'm definitely the type of teacher that I don't want to have you have all the assignments at the first of the semester or at the end. We try to spread it out pretty evenly throughout the semester, right? And this will show you how you get your grade. You have to have a C or higher to advance to 121. If you get a D, you will have to take this class again. Same with an E. So make sure you at least get those 700 points that you can be able to advance onto English 121. Now, here's my attendance policy. I'm pretty easy. This is pretty strict and straightforward. Your work has to be done on time. My biggest thing is that you have an entire week to do the work. You have 7 days. So I do not accept late work. This class, if you are not used to an online format and you are not good with time management, this will be a good time to practice these time management policies as a college student to make sure that you get your assignments done on time and work on them early. Do not procrastinate. Procrastination will be your enemy in this class because I do not use technology excuses as an excuse for late work. If somebody emails me on Sunday night and they're like, oh, my computer won't charge, I'm like, you should have done this earlier in the week, and I will not count that as an excuse. Now, obviously, if you have a serious medical condition arise or family emergency, you need to notify me immediately to tell me about it. But then I handle those incidents on an individual basis. So if something happens that you have a family member that needs to go to the hospital or you have something emergency come up, send me an email whenever you have the chance, and then we'll handle that on a case-by-case basis. But if you just forget, or if you're like, oh, I forgot to charge my computer, or oh, I don't have access to internet on the weekends, but I waited till the weekends to do my assignments, that's not going to cut it in this class. You need to just get into the habit of figuring out, when can I work on the work? When can I do it beforehand? Do I need to go out to the college and work on it in the library? If I'm already on campus, do I need to use my time there to work on it? Just don't procrastinate. That's the biggest piece of advice I can give, because the first couple weeks, we go right into this. We jump right into it and get really busy, and because I like to spread things out and balance it. And so I feel like a lot of students they think that they can just, be lax the first couple weeks, and it will catch up to you very quickly. So just make sure you don't do that. If you have an ADA accommodation, let me know. I can help you try to figure out the best way we can accommodate. But here is the schedule. So there are technically 9 weeks in this class if you count finals week. But we start this week 1, this week October. This syllabus here, if you print it out and keep it with you, it tells you everything that's due for the week. The reading assignments, it tells you like what activities to do. It tells you pretty much just what paper we're on, the dates of it. Everything's always due Sunday night. That's my big thing. You have an entire week. I open the assignments on Sunday and they're open for one whole calendar week. So you have 7 days to complete them. So that's basically the policy in this. You will make note that the week of Thanksgiving, we do have 2 assignments that are due, but it's a lot less than normal because it's Thanksgiving. But I didn't want to overload you the week before or after. So there are a few assignments to watch for. Again, do those at the start of the week, so then during Thanksgiving, you don't have to worry about them, right? One of them is a paper that's due, and the other one is a very easy grammar assignment. So you'll be able to get that done in no time. And then finals week is going to be December 8th is when everything will be due. The discussion forum that week will be extra credit. And then you'll have like a final exam and a final writing assignment. And that's pretty much it. And then don't worry about this stuff here. This is all my stuff as an instructor. Don't have to worry about it. And then basically, that's the syllabus. So if you have questions about the syllabus, just feel free to let me know. And then this MLA citation presentation, I'm not going to click on it, but it is there for you as a resource. We will talk about it later in the class. We'll bring that presentation up later, but it's always there in case if you need it. So let's talk about week 1. Like I said, week 1 and week 2 are both open if you want to work ahead, but we'll go ahead and click on this week 1 overview. I would advise you to look at the overviews each week. They give you an idea of what we're doing in the class and what the assignments are, and you can print these out, you can write it down, something to help you keep track. But essentially, you're just watching this lecture video. We've read the course syllabus and the course instructor page, so done there. And then the only reading assignments is to look at chapters 1 and 2. Now, you may be thinking, that's a lot of reading, Miss Parish. There's like 58 pages there. But honestly, when you look in the book, a lot of the pages are assignments. They are charts, they're graphs, they're pictures. It's not as long as you think it is. And I'm not asking you to do a close reading, but just to examine the reading and see if any bold terms or anything stands out. Your midterm and final exams will be taking things from your textbook and asking you questions about them. So just kind of keep note of that. And then you do have 3 assignments this week. So again, you have the entire week to do them, but you have 3 assignments. One is the discussion forum, which we'll talk about here shortly. One is the textbook activity, and one is the grammar review. So I'm going to go back to the homepage. Like I said, you have all these links, but I like the homepage. The homepage is my favorite because it's very easy and organized, right? So we will do, we'll go up here. We're going to do the discussion forum there, and the textbook activity there, and the grammar review. So we'll talk about the discussion forum first. The discussion forum, they're worth 50 points. This is a very big chunk of your weekly assignments, right? But they're worth 50 points. Your initial post is worth 20 points. Now, I don't put word lengths and requirements as far as the word count goes for these posts because I know how that goes. I've been a college student. I know that song and dance. If I tell you that I want a 300 word minimum paragraph, how many words are you going to give me? Probably 300. So I don't want to do that. I don't want you to feel like you have to write fluff or that you have to exaggerate or like draw something out. I grade based on grammar errors, that you have concise, specific answers, and that you have details, and that you have, and I look basically so you have proper grammar, that you have concise, specific details in your answers, and that your replies are not brief or quick. I'm reading this part right here. I do take points off if you have grammar errors and if you have brief or quick replies. So you have an initial post that's worth 20 points. And then you have 3 points after that, 3 responses after that, they're worth 10 points each. So your initial post should answer the questions that each week asks and should have proper grammar and details. Your responses are worth 10 points each. You should have 3 of them to 3 of your peers. And they should not just be, oh, I agree, or yeah, that sounds great. You should explain what is good about their post, what you like about it, what you may think differently about. They should have some level of detail to them. Otherwise, I will count points off for that. So just keep that in mind. But your first week, we're basically just introducing ourselves. So introduce yourself. Why are you attending SIC? What's your major, your career goals? What do you believe is your strength as a writer? And yes, you had to put something down there. A lot of students are like, oh, I don't have a strength as a writer. And I'm like, you've made it this far. You've made it to English 109. You have a strength. It could be something simple, like I'm really creative, or I have good organization skills, or I'm really good at an introduction paragraph. Any one of those, like anything you can think of that is a strength for you as a writer, I want you to list that. And then what you hope this class will help you become better at in terms of being a writer. So that will be our first post for this week. But again, your discussion posts are 20 points, 3 responses that are 10 points each. And that's the discussion forum. All right. And our discussions are always located in this discussions link. You can click on it and it'll show you like all of them in a row and when they are due. So you can see that this first one is due October 16th and it's not going to be assigned until October 9th. So fun times. We're going to go back to home. All right. Then we have the textbook activity. And your textbook activity and grammar reviews, you may not do both of them the same week. Like there'll be some weeks, like the first couple weeks they're going to be together, but then they're going to start branching out. Okay. And so the textbook activity is having to do with the first couple of chapters that we do with each of the readings that we do. And then the grammar review is in our textbook and it's back towards the grammar and mechanics pages. So if I click on the textbook activity, this first activity here is from chapter 2. So there's different activities. I've got the page number on here and what you should do for each activity. So like for this first one, you're writing the appropriate letter to describe the type of technique used to develop the topic. And you'll see in our textbook what that looks like. But yeah, you can either copy and paste this to a Word document or you can answer it directly. You can, however you want to answer this assignment, you can either type out your answers on a separate document. That's fine. Just make sure to number them right. Or you can copy and paste this into a document or into an answer set and answer it yourself. So you can answer it a number of different ways, right? Whatever you are most comfortable with will work for this assignment. But the textbook activity is always worth 20 points. So usually you'll have 20 questions that you answer for that one. All right. So that's the textbook activity. And then for the grammar one, this one's a little bit shorter. Worth the same amount of points, it's just a little bit on the shorter side. So what you'll have here is that you have, for answers 1 through 10, you're going to write the subject, which is usually a noun, and then your verb that will be the subject and verb of each sentence. And then you have a few more questions down below here. And it's the same thing. You can either copy and paste this into a Word document. You can just type out your answers in a document and upload it, or you can write out your answers directly and submit it through Canvas, whatever you are most comfortable with. So if I click on the grades page, you can go to assignments, but I don't like this page because I'll show you what it looks like. It's just all the assignments in a list That bugs me to death. I'm like, nope. I like it all to be organized like this. This is much easier for me to look at as a teacher and would be as a student than that giant entire page, right? So you have that, but you also have your grades page. Now for me, it's going to show you all, it's going to show me all of you and your grades. But for you, it's just going to show your grades in the class. And you can kind of see here like how the grades are organized. And if you scroll to the very end, it will show you like your final assignments for the class, right? So there you go. Go back to this. All right. The only other thing that I would really note on this page is that your syllabus is here. Also your quizzes, your final exam and midterm will be here under quizzes, but you can also go to this inbox and you can write me an email if you need to ask me anything in the class. And like I said, there are no dumb questions, just questions. But yeah, I try to set the class up just week to week. Always look at this weekly overview. It'll tell you all the assignments so you can write them down. And then the assignments are always listed below, right? And so you can kind of scroll down and see like each of these assignments will unlock as the week progresses. I try to make it to where at least 1 week is open early until we get to finals week. And then finals week is always opening at a specific time. So there you go. But yeah, if you've got any questions, please let me know. But I'm excited to have you all as students this semester. I'm really looking forward to it. But I am excited also to hear your discussion forums and read your work for week 1. So I hope you all have a wonderful week. Please stay safe, take care. And yeah, I'll be back next week for week 2 of English 109. Bye.